What up, world? It's your boy D, back with another episode, back with another video. You already know. Let's get started. So today we're going to talk about men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So when we talk about men lie, women lie, numbers don't, I'm going to pinpoint certain things that in our life we've all had someone who has passed on to the next life from all of these situations. And what we have to do is we got to understand that we have to focus on some of these situations a little bit more because a lot of us are not really doing what we need to do to make sure we are sustaining our life or to make sure that we live in longer. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these things can be avoided if we just took the right steps. But if it's not a major problem in our life, then we're not going to change it. We have car crashes. 2.6 million people die on a yearly basis in car crashes in America. Heart disease. 647,000 people die in America from heart disease. Cancer, and this is all cancers. This could be lung cancer, this could be prostate cancer, this could be breast cancer, this could be cervical cancer, this could be skin cancer. 9.6 million people die on a yearly basis of cancer in the USA. Diabetes, 1.6 million people die of diabetes on a yearly basis, and we all know someone that has diabetes. Murder, 16,000 people die of murder in the USA. Suicide, 47,000 people die of suicide, of taking their lives on a yearly basis. AIDS, 6,000 people die of AIDS on a yearly basis in America. Accidental deaths, 147,000 people die of accidental deaths in the USA. Terrorist attacks. Terrorist attacks accounts for 17,000 yearly deaths. So understanding this is understanding that a lot of times we focus on terrorist attacks, sometimes we focus on murder, we focus on car crashes, but we have to focus on all of these things because all of these things is what's taking our life. Think about the numbers that are people are dying on a yearly basis and adding those numbers up. We have to do something different. And it's sometimes the things that we don't think about, that we don't focus on, that hurts us as well. What's the saying? The punch that we don't see coming is the one that knocks us out. So we have to start waking up to these things. Just recently, I was listening to a gentleman. He was explaining how the Earth's surface and the outer layer of the atmosphere is 16 kilometers. 16 kilometers, when you break it out in miles, is 9.6 miles. That is the amount of space or the length and the depth of the Earth's surface and the atmosphere. And when you think about that, everything happens within that. I mean, from all types of things, from the new innovations to new ideals to deaths to viruses and bacteria to whatever it may be, happens within that small space. So we got to understand that everything happens from the inside and not the outside. And when we focus on that and we look at these different things, something that was happening on the inside of us made us, or it happened to us because it started from the inside. Think about it. Heart disease starts from the inside. Cancer starts from the inside. Diabetes starts from the inside. Suicide starts from the inside. AIDS starts from the inside. The other thing starts from the outside, but it was a mental thing that started these things to make it transition to the outside. So we have to start focusing on these things, and we have to start healing ourselves, and we have to start talking about these things and putting it on the forefront, and not just the things that the social media or the news tell us that is important, but we have to start focusing on all these different things. And there are other things, but we need to focus on these things because I want to see us last longer. Where there's stated that the average man dies by the time he's 7 years old, and the average woman dies by the time she's 75 to 80 years old. What we need to do is like our ancestors that lasted in a longer time frame than that. So we have to do something different. We have to learn something different. We have to change our paradigm of thinking and do something different so we can live and sustain our life. And what do we do with that? We communicate. We talk, we research, we learn about these things. We be open to the dialogue of thinking something different and doing something different so it can change our life. And it starts with us. It starts with the man in the mirror. And I'm going to sign off with that. I hope it give y'all a little food for thought. Signing off with Cash. Constantly achieving successful habits every day. You heard?